There's nowhere in the world you can go where the people who are officially recognized as the indigenous habitants are white.
This is such a low IQ talking point. Of course, there's nowhere in the world you can go where you find white indigenous people. White people are the last people on Earth to evolve. Every corner of the globe was searched by either the black peoples or the Asian peoples. That's why red Indians in North America are Asians. That's why the black indigenous Native Americans who came were black people. South America, black people. This guy is just lacks basic levels of intelligence. White people were the last to evolve. Why would they have any indigenous populations unless all the globe was not searched before they came here, which is a lie. The whole globe was searched before they became a people.
Nowhere. White people do
Well,
not.
how is that not genocidal intent?
Well, that's my point. So it's like, okay, so we're not indigenous to anywhere, so where are we supposed to be? Because the other part is,
Well, you're supposed to be dead.
apparently,
Yeah.
because we're told that, okay, here are the indigenous habitants, and the what's implied every time we talk about indigenous people, or just outright said, is that, well, this land is really theirs, and so you shouldn't be here. And so what we're saying to white people everywhere is that you shouldn't be here. Well, where should we be? Do you want us to go to Mars? I mean, are we going to Jupiter? Where are we supposed to be? Or are you just going to throw us into the ocean? And I think the answer is that we really shouldn't be anywhere, which is why we should not be embarrassed or afraid to say that the Native Americans are white people of European descent. That is true. The people that we call Native Americans now are not Native Americans. And the reason they're not Native Americans is because they did not form a country called America. They are not native. America is a country. It's not just a place. It's not just a plot of land. It is a country. And before America was formed as a nation, this place was not America, because America didn't exist. America existed when it was formed. And so if someone can trace their lineage back to the Comanche on the Great Plains, well, that doesn't make you you weren't native to America. You're native to Comancheria. You're native to this. You're not native to the country of America. The people who are native to the nation of America, the people who formed this nation, were by and large, almost exclusively, white people of European descent. They are the natives of this country. They're the ones who formed this country. That doesn't mean that other people aren't allowed to live here. It just means that they're the natives. And again, anywhere else in the world, there's nothing controversial about pointing that out. And we're the only place where we're not allowed to say that. But I've been on this. I've been preaching this for a while now. I think we need to, and not just as a gimmick. Like, I really believe we should reclaim the title of Native American, and not to denigrate the people that we call natives, who I think that it's really interesting to read about their cultures and their history.
Oh, they're amazing people, but not native to here.
They're not native to America. And they also were, by the way, they're also not native in the strictest sense to this hemisphere. Like, they didn't sprout out of the ground. They came here at some point in the past.
From Asia.
They fought brutally with each other over the land. All of the so-called natives that were here and had claimed land when Europeans first started showing up in the late 1400s, early 1500s, all of those people were on that land because they brutally killed who'd been on it before.
Right.
And they raped their women and took their children as slaves.
One wave of conquest supplanted the next.
Exactly.
Right.
And the law of conquest is what determined.
No, everything. It's of course it's factually true, and by the way, it's been suppressed for many decades by anthropologists and archaeologists, by the official policy of the U.S. government. But cracking the human genome made it impossible to deny.
Yeah, I think the only explanation to this is that these people are devils. They're genuinely devilish people, because they love to just try to rewrite history and wiggle their way into things that's just not them. This makes no sense. They're angry because they're not indigenous anywhere else but Europe. He's talking about where do white people belong? In Europe. That's where you're indigenous to. But you belong in Europe, nowhere else on the globe. Every other place on the globe was inhabited before you went on your killing spree. But these guys are these devils. They're so manipulative. They're so keen on erasing their monstrosity of killings on this earth, the things they've done, crimes against humanity. So within like the next 50 years, they're going to be talking about how white people are the ones who are really native to America and there were no one else here. These guys are the devil. And that's what I'm starting to really like lock in mentally. Like there's no amount of explaining, no amount of education, nothing will get into these guys' mind to make them not be this way. I've started to realize that they're genuinely just evil people. This is devilish behavior of to the highest degree possible.